Hello, first graders. I'm so excited that you are back, and it is time to do the next part of our owl unit together, which is the clay unit. So normally we would be in the art room, and then we would be making these owls out of real clay, and these would be the steps. So last year we did it with red clay, and after you make the owls, they look like this. Then we put them in the kiln for a bisque firing. So that's the first firing, and that's to get them all hardened and dried out. And if you listen, they have a very different sound than they did before, right? So you hear the sound difference. So that's after it's bisque fired. Then usually we will put on a glaze, which is like a paint, but after it goes in the kiln one more time, it turns shiny like glass. So this is normally how we would do our owl projects, but this year, as we know, is a little different. And so we are actually going to make our owls out of a really cool material called Model Magic. And if you don't have this at home, you can use Play-Doh. You can make homemade Play-Doh. There's some cool doughs out there, like on Pinterest and stuff, that are made from like pretty simple ingredients that you might have at home. Or you can just contact me, and I will put a package of this in the office for you with your name on it, and then you can come get it. I did a project with third graders last week, and I put a bunch of these in the office for them. You just have to let me know ahead of time, and I'll put your name on it and let the office people know that you'll be coming to get it. And then you can come in and get it to make your owl. That is just fine. We ordered enough so that all remote students and in-person students have their own packet. So there is one here for you if you want it. So this already kind of looks like an owl, but we're not going to, be that boring. So what I would do is start by tearing off a chunk and then setting it to the side. That is what I'm going to use later to make like eyes or nose or feet. In this owl, even like my feet are an extra piece of clay. So we're going to just put that off to the side so that we make sure we save it. And then we're going to take the rest of our Model Magic and we're going to roll it into a ball. So I like to squeeze it first a little bit and then roll it. I know it's kind of hard to see in the video because my hands get all shaky. Roll into a ball. Some people like to roll it on the table to make it into a nice ball. I like to do both. All right, then once you have a nice round ball, then you're going to squish it, flatten it out. And you might want to flatten it between your hands or between your fingers like this. And you don't want to make it too thin, but you don't want it too thick either. So kind of squish it out, make a little bit bigger circle. So stretch it out a little. Then I like to make it a little bit more of an oval instead of a circle. Then what you're going to do is you are going to fold in the sides. So like you're kind of making a taco, but not really. You're folding in the sides. Hopefully that made sense. I know that's like the trickiest part. If it didn't make sense, go back, watch the video again. Then one thing I like to do is to make like the little ears like on a great horned owl. So I just take my fingers and I pinch the corner like that. Then I can go ahead and take this extra clay that I saved and I can roll some big owly eyes. I like to roll them as balls first and then stick them on there, and then I like to squish them. That way they stay on there. And I'm sorry that white might be kind of hard to see in the video. I'll zoom in on you a little. There we go. And I'll move it over so you guys can see. Hopefully that makes it a little better. Then to make my nose, I just kind of roll it into a ball again and then pinch to kind of make like a little triangle. And then you can go ahead and put that on there to be his little beak. And then if you want to make feet, you can. Sometimes I like to make feet by just rolling them to like a little snake shape. And then I just fold them in half. And then stick them, oop, not on his wing. On there. Add another little toe. And then that. I need one more little toe. Or talon, I guess. Owls don't really have toes, they have talons. There we go. Now I like to take whatever I can find, a pen, a pencil, a paintbrush tip, and I like to make texture. So I like my owl to look like he has like little wings or like little feathers. So I like to poke, 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 make little rows of feathers on him, like that. And then if you have a pen or a pencil or some other sharp object, I'll try and find one here, maybe a pen, you can go ahead and make the dots for the eyes. Sometimes I've done eyelashes. If you look at this guy, he's got eyelashes, right? And you can see my texture that I did in here. This guy has polka dots. I just did that using, I think, the end of a paintbrush like this. Just these feet I drew on there with a sharp object, like a toothpick. So you can do that, and then you can see my texture on here as well. So however you want to do that is just fine with me. And then come back next week and we'll be painting these. Alrighty, I'll see you later.